This is the Ancheer Electric Mountain Bike. It's a folding bike with suspension, and it has an electric motor in the rear wheel, which you can see in the hub. So these are pictures taken during summer. It's an excellent bike when it's warm outside. So I was wondering if this would be a bike that can also function very well in winter when it gets cold outside. Wondering about the performance of the battery, the motor, if there's any issues. So we'll take it outside for a spin and see how it performs. So that's what it looks like when it gets cold out here. Snow on the ground. I should mention that the battery is protected in the back. You see on the handlebar up front. It's a weather sealed bag that holds the battery, and then you have the cables that run to the controller mounted to the frame. So that's what the bike looks like. You have the shocks up front. Make sure you notice the orientation, because in some of the promotional material they have the forks facing the wrong way. You have the pedal, you have the electric motor in the back with the cassette. So if you're not using electric power, you can just pedal, and the bike you can use it like a regular bike, even though it's very heavy. Saddle. The saddle post is quite short, so for most people they'll find that they'll need an aftermarket saddle post that's longer. That's the tire. Make sure you have it properly inflated. Most of the time you have to go up to about 50 to 55, 60 psi. That's the brake disc. When you do your initial installation, make sure that it's not rubbing against the brake pads. You can verify by looking from the top. That's what I'm trying to show here. It's not very clear, but just make sure it's not rubbing against the brake pads. Otherwise your mileage will really reduce. You won't have the best performance. That's the saddle. Not the most comfortable, but it works if you're not going long distances. And then there you have a sensor that measures your cadence, how fast you're paddling, and then that calibrates how much assistance you get from the electric motor. You have the bottle holder right there. You have those spots on the frame where you can mount a bottle holder or some other accessory. So all in all, it's a very well built bike. I like it a lot, and if you're in the market thinking about jumping in for an electric bike, I highly recommend this Ancheer Electric folding mountain bike. The quality is top notch. There you have the indexed shifters for the front and the rear derailleurs. The battery, of course, is in the bag. Try to open it. I don't think I was able to open the bag, but the battery is right there. It's a weather sealed bag, and you have the cables coming out from the bottom, so I'm sure you can ride it under the rain and you shouldn't suffer any consequence. I have a little phone holder there from Walmart. You have the horn and the headlight. It's a small lamp up front. It's very bright at night. During the day with all the snow, it doesn't seem like it's bright, but it's quite bright. It's an LED lamp, so there you go. So the build quality is very good. That's where you charge the battery right there. In that controller box, I have the charger. It's in the house. You bring it outside. So the pedals, of course, they also fold. I didn't demonstrate that, but those pedals fold to give a smaller form factor. if you are to transport the bike. So that's it for the bike. I highly recommend the bike, and I'll take it out for a little spin so you guys can see what it does and make an opinion for yourself. To start the bike, you press the start button, and you have low, mid, and high amount of assistance that you can get. And then if you go all the way to the left, where you have the power level showing, but none of the three buttons are low, mid, or high checked, then that's when you have pure electric. At that point, you just twist the throttle right there, and you can see the rear wheel spinning. So that's the pure electric mode. So stop, break the wheel, and then take it for a ride. The tires are not very aggressive. The stock tires that come with the bike, but they are okay for riding on mixed surfaces. You get your best mileage if you have street tires on a smooth pavement, and making sure that the bike has the tire inflated to about 50 to 60 psi. But in this case, it's been a couple of months I haven't ridden the bike. Tire pressure has obviously dropped some. The battery has lost some of its voltage, and I didn't recharge it before doing this test. So, and that's also not full throttle. It's just I was about 3/4 of the way. And that's how fast it will go. Not riding aggressively. I didn't feel like the tires were slipping or anything. So you should be totally capable of using this bike in winter, cold weather. What I don't know about is the range. For most electric vehicles, when temperature drops, the performance of the battery also goes down. Like I said, I didn't charge the battery, so right there the battery died, and I had to manually ride the bike to come back towards the camera. So yep, so thanks for watching, and yeah, it's a good bike. Get yours.